Hey everyone, Josh here with North Base Construction. I got a really interesting story to share with you that just happened this week to myself personally and the company. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook. Thank you to everyone who shared. I think there's over 200 shares, reached over 12,000 people, and we actually got phone calls. But I'll get into what happened. So, woke up in my house, went out to my truck to go to the company meeting at 9 a.m. at the office, and no truck. Called some of the employees, seeing if I might have told them to use it or if someone just needed it really bad. Turns out no, it was just gone. So started out by calling the police, got them coming, called OnStar, which I'm not a subscriber to, but we'll get into OnStar and how awesome they are. But long story short, what we were able to determine is my truck had been stolen from my house between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. and from getting confirmation from OnStar, it was in Wisconsin. So what happened is I handed things over to the cops and gave permission to OnStar to talk with the cops, and they verified things and went to work. What ended up transpiring the rest of the time was pretty interesting. I didn't find out till the next day when I was able to come and get my truck. They got my truck back that day. Within about 4 or 5 hours of it being reported stolen, they were able to get my truck back, get the thieves in custody. So props to the Anoka County Police, Officer Fjord, who came and helped me. He was awesome. Chris, thank you very much. You're awesome and gave us a lot of great information. I've taken a lot of your advice going forward. And thank you to the Polk County Sheriff's Department and how well you handled everything. You guys are pros. Thank you so much. You guys, law enforcement does not get enough credit for everything they do. That being said, when I went out to Polk County Government Center to go and get my truck, since they recovered it, the officer needed to go through different things with me on what was in the truck, what was mine, what was not, and I got the full story on what kind of happened. So as far as I know, there was 4 individuals that were in my truck, 2 males, 2 females, and they found meth pipe in my truck, and all of them appeared to be high on methamphetamine. They led the police. OnStar communicated with the Polk County Sheriff's Department, got them following my truck while it was being driven, and then the thieves ended up running and took them on a 4-mile high-speed car chase through the disaster zone in Wisconsin that just got hit by the storms, where power linemen were working and endangering their lives. And on behalf of everything that happened to the power linemen, working their butts off to keep power on, to keep people safe, I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry it was my truck. I did not intend for that at all. But thank you for everything you do and getting the power on for our communities. But they led them through a chase in the construction zone for 4 miles. Eventually, OnStar actually shut the truck down while they were in it and locked them in the truck. And the officer was able to talk to them through my speaker system and tell them to get the heck out of it, while they refused for about an hour, and then they eventually gave up, and then they ran. So they were all detained. The biggest thing that has come about from this, at least me personally, just in reading books and learning more about the drug and substance and addiction abuse in our communities, in Elk River, Anoka County, Sherburne County, all across the nation. I mean, it's hitting home for everyone. This was my first real hit home of that kind of abuse, and it really kind of tinged my heartstrings in the sense that I know these young individuals, given if they weren't on these drugs and slave to their addiction, this probably wouldn't have happened. So I would just urge everyone to be aware. There are risks out there, but there's good people out there. And part of the thing that is really tinged at my heartstrings, and I feel an obligation to do, is when this trial is going to be going forward, I'm going to go and I'm going to be writing a statement of impact and talking to the perpetrators, the ones that are alleged, the ones that stole my truck, and letting them know you are important, people love you, and there is help. And although you did take away from my safety and my household and a little bit away from my comfort in my area, I forgive you, and I really hope you the best going forward. And I believe that you can turn things around and become the person that you always wanted to be for your families, your kids, and everyone you love. I encourage everyone if you know someone who's suffering from substance, drug, alcohol, addiction, abuse, and issues, even depression, please, there's hotlines available. One big association is SAMHSA. It is the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Association, and their national helpline, open 24 hours, 24/7, 365 days a year for help. And how to get help for your addiction and issues is 1-800-662-HELP. Again, that's 1-800-662-4357.